Oh, that's the second one, right? No, the first one.
So do you want to call him up? Do you want to come up and say anything about it?
Yes. I would come up and, yeah, do them both together. So, Robert, yeah. Wow.
That's really cool.
Wow. This is a happy group.
Thank you. Very classic.
Yep. This meeting of the Oak Park City Council, the last special council meeting of the 35th council, is called to order. City Clerk Ed Norris, please call the roll.
Mayor McClellan?
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Levine?
Here.
Councilmember Seligson?
Here.
Councilmember Burns?
Here.
Councilmember Speech?
Here. Everyone's here. We will call on our city clerk to read the Oakland County Board of Canvassers certification of the November 3rd, 2015 Oak Park General City Election.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. The Board of Canvassers of the County of Oakland, having ascertained and canvassed the votes of said City of Oak Park at the city general election held on the 3rd day of November in the year 2015, do hereby certify and determine that Marion McClellan, having received sufficient number of votes, is elected to the office of mayor. That Solomon Radner, having received sufficient number of votes, is elected to the office of council member, and that Ken Rich, having received sufficient number of votes, is elected to the office of council member.
Thank you. Next on the agenda is the recognition of our Mayor Pro Tem, Paul Levine, and Council Member Seligson. Would our City Manager, Eric Tongate, like to say a few words?
Thank you, Madam Mayor, members of council, and our esteemed public and dignitaries here this evening. I wanted to say a couple of things because for those of you that don't know, this was the city council, or members of the city council were members that hired me back in 2012. And oftentimes what gets lost in all of this is the very personal things. And it's important that all of you know, and especially our departing members, how much they have affected my life in a positive way. And I thought it would be very important for me to say just a few things about our accomplishments as the city manager working with this esteemed city council. To name just a few things, we changed our entire city healthcare system from about 6 different plans to one single plan. So my plan is the same as every one of our 191 employees. Public Act 345, our residents allowed us to live on through Public Act 345. Our pension system, this is the city council that allowed us to change our entire investment manager structure and turn over a new leaf. Sounds small, but our financial software system, we had a system, a DOS-based system, that was circa 1982. So guess what? Now we're on a .NET-based system, and as many of you know in your jobs, that's a big thing. The building that we're sitting in, this was not always a given that this building would be what it is today. This building, for those of you that don't know, was managed by this city council, and the building was built $500,000 under budget. And I think you'll agree with me that this is an amazing facility, thanks to our city staff and the city council. I have just a few more. We have refinanced the 2003 and the 2006 street bond issues. A seemingly small task has saved our taxpayers quite a bit of money, and that was a project that this city council undertook. And I think most importantly for the future of this city, we created an economic development function. This is the city council that allowed us to do that, and that has made all the difference. You'll notice new projects throughout this community. With the ratification of Class C liquor licenses in our community, the world is, the future, and our future world is pretty bright, thanks to our voters. So I wanted to make sure that I mentioned some of those things, and again, thank this city council, and especially the departing members, for everything that you've stewarded us through, because it wasn't always a given that we would make it to the other side, and thanks to you, we have. So thank you very much.
I'd like to call up State Representative Robert Wittenberg.
Thank you. Am I on here?
Yes.
All right, good. So I wanted to come to personally present. I have tributes for both Mayor Pro Tem Levine and Councilman Seligson. In the interest of time, I won't read both of these, but I will present them both to you. But wanted to thank you for your leadership. I think Eric mentioned this. You know, the city, there were some issues financially throughout the country, here in Michigan, and you guys are leaving this place in a great situation. You've done an amazing job here. I'm proud to say that I am a resident here in Oak Park, and just thank you so much for your leadership and everything that you've done, leaving it in a good place. I know Councilman Seligson, you've been here, was it since '91? Unbelievable. To put that in perspective for me, that was before I had my bar mitzvah. I was 10 years old at the time. So I want to thank you for just, you know, being here as long as you have and your steadfast leadership. And Mayor Pro Tem Levine, has it been 9 years?
Well, 8 years.
8 years, okay. But to thank you as well. And it's a very selfless job. It's a thankless job. And I know on behalf of the residents here and everyone watching at home, just want to thank you for everything that you've done. So for that, I brought you both these special tributes from the state of Michigan, and would be happy to present them to both of you now. So thank you for everything.
First, we'll start with Mayor Pro Tem Paul Levine. Paul has served honorably as a city councilman and as Mayor Pro Tem. He has played an important role in the planning and the building and the overseeing of this new city hall. He played an important role with the selection of Hamilton Anderson, which conducted an economic development study and a plan that we're implementing now and will forever change the look of Oak Park. Mayor Pro Tem Levine has served on the Independence Day Commission, on the Ethnic Advisory Commission, and the Emergency Services Commission. We are so deeply grateful for your selfless service to our city. Thank you for everything you've done. As was said earlier, Michael Seligson has served over 20 years on the Oak Park City Council. He is so sad leaving us. See the smile? He has played a significant role in the maintenance of Oak Park's infrastructure, the building of a new city hall. He served decades on the Wonderful Arts Commission and brought it through all kinds of events, and on the Planning Commission. He has been a stable, positive force, encouraging us to make the hard decisions when they had to be made. Everyone appreciates your leadership and integrity. Thank you for your service. Both of these men have been with our city through the worst of times and through the best of times. They were instrumental in starting the city in a new direction of growth, and that is and will always be their legacy. We are now call to the council. If anyone has something that they would like to say, now would be a wonderful time. Please give us your name and city. Welcome, Congresswoman.
Hello, everyone. My name is Brenda Lawrence. I am proud to be the Congresswoman that represents the great city of Oak Park. It's refreshing to hear our city manager talk about the stability of this great city and your innovation and how you're moving forward. It doesn't go unnoticed. So thank you. To those of you who have served many years and those of you who have been reelected, we all sit at the pleasure of the people. And the people use the democracy that this great country has given us to select their political leaders. So for those of you who've had the votes of the people for so many years, you know, that is something that you will forever be grateful for. And for those of you who are continuing to serve, I like to use the quote that was given to me when I was being sworn in as a member of Congress. You are in the people's house. This city hall belongs to the people of Oak Park. And you were sent here by the people of Oak Park to do the work for the people of Oak Park. And for that, I'm grateful that the expectation continues to be that you will continue to be loyal and that what you do has an impact on this whole region. And I can tell you, sitting in Washington, it's cities. It is cities that are defining our strength, our economy. And I want to say, I thank you. I will partner with you. Congratulations to those of you who are marching on to another drumbeat. Your work and your thumbprint that's been placed on the city will never go away. God bless you. Thank you.
My, what a chatty group there.
Good evening, everybody. Helene Zach, Oakland County Commissioner, and I've had the pleasure of representing the city of Oak Park for 13 years. And I do want to thank our outgoing council people. You have served with humility, integrity, and people don't realize, you see them up here, but how much time and energy, reading materials, thinking about it goes on behind the scenes. And I thank you for giving so much time and energy and passion to public service and serving all of us in the city of Oak Park. Thank you.
Good evening, Council, Mayor. My name is Ken Siver, and I'm the Mayor-elect of Southfield. Thank you. And I came this evening to acknowledge our next-door neighbor, and as a symbol of what will be my administration's cooperation with Oak Park. I congratulate Marion McClellan on her reelection and the great job she's done as mayor in the past few years. I've heard wonderful things across Greenfield, and I know we'll continue to. So I congratulate all of you as well as the retiring members of council. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Nancy Quarrels. I'm the Oakland County Commissioner that has the west side of the city. And I certainly would like to thank the two outgoing council people for all the things that you've worked on, the cooperation you've given with the county, and the patience that you have given when we needed to work on issues together. And again, with Mayor, as everyone has said, with your leadership and the city manager's leadership, we have built a strong relationship between the county and the city and want to continue working in it. And as always, if there's anything that I need to do, please let me know, and we will continue to build in Oakland County as well in Oak Park.
All set, all right. Next, we have call to council, Mayor Pro Tem Levine.
Well, last week when I gave my talk, it was recollection of the past. We're moving forward. I just wanted to share my congratulations to all the incoming elected officials and to just wish you great success at working for the good of the people of Oak Park. I see some neighbors in the audience. Starting tomorrow, this is going out. This is a neighborhood association. Going to try and put that together because we don't have one where we are. That's for Wales, Victoria, Winchester, Balfour, Ludlow, Sherwood, Vernon, and Lincoln, from Coolidge to Gardner. We'll start with those 6 blocks, and we have a meeting coming up December 1st. Thank you all. Good night.
Councilmember Seligson.
I too would like to congratulate the mayor and the incoming council members on their election. And I'd like to thank all the council people that I've served with over the past 24 years, especially Ray Abrams, Lou Demas, Art Froelich, and Jerry Naftali, who showed me the ropes 24 years ago and taught me an important lesson that when city government works well, it's a team sport. I'd also like to thank the staff of the city of Oak Park, because from the people that we see all the time, public safety, to the people that show up when there's a water main break in January from DPW, when I can't even imagine getting outside and it's 10 below and that water main has to be fixed, and everybody in between. From the top, from the city manager all the way on down, we are served by absolutely great people. We've come to just expect the great service that we have, and it's made my life up here so much easier knowing that we have such a great staff, and you people have just been great support all through this time. Thank you. And finally, friends and family who supported me and got me elected originally and have supported me all the way through, especially family who know that meetings had to be planned, or city family functions had to be planned around meetings. And finally, my wife, who's without her support, none of this would have been possible. And after all is said and done, as I've said so many times before, good night. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Wait till the next one. Is that fine? Gonna wait.
I just want to, again, and I said this at the last council meeting, thank both of the outgoing council persons for their leadership and welcoming personalities. When I first came on 2 years ago, it'll be 2 years ago on Veterans Day that I was sworn as a new council member. And Commissioner Zach touched on it. There is so much that goes on behind the scenes of a council meeting. And just to know that all 5 of these people all 4 of these people, not including me, have been just as committed to the process and helping me learn the process has been very beneficial. We've done so much in 2 years, and a lot of that is due to what Councilman Seligson and Mayor Pro Tem Levine knew and was willing to share. So I just thank you, and I wish you much success and blessings in the future.
Very nice. Councilmember Byrd.
It's been a pleasure over the last 2 years to work with our outgoing council members. Thank you, everyone, for coming out, and I'll make a longer speech once I'm sworn in.
Thank you. There being no further business to come before this 35th Oak Park City Council, I call this meeting adjourned.